I hit the start button before I was quite ready. Thanks again guys for joining me for some more Mindful Minutes with Dr. Rich Martin. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time, and I hope that you're finding these things very useful. I'm assuming that you wouldn't be joining me otherwise. So this week I've been talking about communicating, and I started the week off with the quote, "Seek first to understand, and then to be understood." And there are various connecting principles too. And I talked yesterday how the verbal aspect of communication can be as little as 7% of overall communication. And that's pretty powerful. So I want to share with you today the 4 planes or 4 dimensions or 4 levels of connecting that you need to connect on in order to really, truly, fully, effectively communicate. The first is the verbal, and I just talked about that. Only 7% of communication is the verbal, but it's very important to choose the right words. In my leadership class, we've been talking about vision and the importance of vision in leadership and articulating a very clear vision. So obviously the words are very important, but if you look at some of the more grandiose leaders that have accomplished such great things, and I showed a clip of Martin Luther King, right? It's timeless, the intentionality he used in the words that he chose. Very powerful, painted a very clear mental picture for the people that he was trying to enlist in joining him on his vision and enlist in a quest that was at great risk to themselves. So very powerful, the words, and I don't want to minimize that, even though it's only the small percentage of overall communication. But the next plane or the next level is visual, and this is easy because it's very simple. Simply the fact that the person you're communicating with needs to know they have your full attention. Right? We live in a world of constant distractions nowadays. People on their phones, people checking their emails, people, whatever, everything vying for our attention. You have to show the person that you're trying to communicate with that you're fully engaged and that you're listening to them. Are you listening? The next plane or level is the intellectual level. And this is having a knowledge of the subject matter that you're discussing. Now don't get me wrong, there are times when you'll be engaged in a discussion where you might not really know. Hold your tongue in those instances and go find out and educate yourself on things before you speak about something that you don't really know about. The world is way too full of people who speak about things that they know nothing about or know too little about. And we seem to think it's okay now to watch a 30-second soundbite on the news and think we're somehow qualified now to speak on whatever topic was on the news. That should just be the tip of the iceberg. If you really want to talk and talk intelligently on a topic, to fully communicate, you need to have a basis of knowledge. And experience can certainly be a powerful base of knowledge for that. And then finally, the emotional plane. So John Maxwell tells us in his book, Everyone Communicates, Few Connect, that you have to win over their hearts if you have any chance of winning over their minds. Now this is geared more towards leadership, but isn't it true in any kind of communication? If you really want to truly communicate, that's the connecting part. Show them that you're paying attention, listen intently, have a base of knowledge to contribute to the conversation. Choose the words carefully, but connect at that deeper level. Connect with their heart. If they're communicating with you, if they're trying to communicate with you, it's about something that they care about. Now, I'm not talking about your casual everyday conversations at the water cooler kind of thing. These are those deeper conversations, the meaningful conversations. You have to connect at that emotional level. And again, going back to Dr. King, he was amazing at this because the intentionality of the words were very important, but the passion came through very clearly when he spoke. And he very much cared about the people that he was asking to join him in his vision. So connect at those 4 levels, communicate at those 4 levels, and you'll be effective at connecting to communicate effectively. The verbal, the visual, the intellectual, and the emotional. So go forth and communicate. Connect and communicate today. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know if these things are working for you. Let me know if they've really enhanced your communication, and give some advice to other people that might be watching. So thanks for joining me this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're watching, and I hope to see you at some more Mindful Minutes with Dr. Rich Martin. Have a fantastic day.